Let us go over the virus scan in business applications. So business application often deals with the files, either they receive or they send to other partners or clients. So when they receive the files in over the internet and they can't trust it, they could be sending from anywhere, and they should check for the viruses. If they're good, then only they will um, consume that file. Otherwise, they should quarantine that file. So if it is desktops or anything, you can just install the McAfee or any virus scan, and it will scan your disks on scheduled basis. But in your business applications or some manager file transfer products, how do they do that? They keep receiving the files, and how do they check it? Do they use the same products that we use at home, or they use slightly in a different way or different forms of the same products? Let's go over that. So when you receive a file, each file will be received at say in its own time. So you cannot. It may be possible to batch them and scan it maybe in 5 minutes. Whatever files you get it, and you can scan it. Or but business needs a real-time response. So you can't just wait 10 minutes and then scan it and send it. That kind of asynchronous process applications, building them are not easy, and also business demand may not allow that. So you need to scan it in real time. As and when you get the file, you have to scan it and send it to your backend applications, whoever are consuming. Or if you are the application itself, then you can consume. So what are the products? McAfee has its own um, command line version of this product to scan individual files. And let us see what other products we have that are open source and we can use for this purpose. And that one, say, virus scan command line. So generally, if you want to scan a single file, generally you will do it a script, and for that you need a command line virus scan. So I'm searching for Linux because Linux means most of the applications are deployed into Linux, and that's a good way to find any freeware on the Linux. So ClamEV is a free and open source versatile antivirus toolkit for Linux. This is the keyword, antivirus toolkit, so that you can integrate with your application, business application, or managed file transfer application, or anything, or B2B gateway, or anything. So also this ClamAV is backed by Cisco systems. And that is means you can assume that it doesn't disappear in one fine day. So it will be around. So that is another reason that that we can trust this what is it, ClamAV. There are other ones better than them, but I think over the time this will get better. It's a free software cross-platform and open source antivirus software, able to detect many types of malicious software and blah 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 blah. It runs across all the platforms. That is another. And ClamAV builds and runs on Microsoft Windows also. So some third party also building that. And antivirus GNU public license, so anybody can use freeware. And developer Cisco system. That is the one thing that we need to observe. But other things like Comodo is paid, and Sophos also paid for the business. And So we can safely assume that clam AB is the one we can use. Okay, clam AB. Okay, this is the GitHub repository. But how do you download that? Okay, clam AV download. Okay, let's see where it goes. Clam AV download. Okay. Source code. Okay, we don't want to download the source code, and we need the binaries. Where are the binaries? Oh boy, they're here. Here. Okay. And Windows packages, we don't want Windows antivirus. This is like installing a what is it, a McAfee antivirus in your laptop or desktop. So let us assume this server we are using my laptop as a server. Then we want something. Let us not assume that we are using the GUI and all those things. So let us take the Win64 chip, portable chip. Okay. Let us act as if we are doing in the Linux. Okay, now we downloaded that portable version of this clam AV, and take this, and I usually put all the apps in apps folder. Apps folder. Okay, see apps folder. Okay, paste. Now let us extract that zip file. Fine. Okay, it's very fast. So it extracted, and everything is put here. They are recommending to do the changes. So there is a one user manual that is quite interesting. Okay, introduction to clam AV, Unix Windows installation. Okay, using clam AV. Okay, let's go to installation. So if you don't want to, this is executable installation that we don't want, because we are assuming we want to use this as a command line or script in your, say, your B2B product or some product what you are building. So let's go through this as if we are doing in the Linux. So we have downloaded this, unzip it, open the directory, portable, hold down shift and then right click on the background in current directory to get the open PowerShell. So I couldn't understand. Means I think we should be able to do even in the normal task prompt also, but let us follow the directions. So hold down shift key and click, right click, PowerShell. I should come PowerShell. Hold down shift key and right click. Come on. Okay. Yes. PowerShell. Okay. We can get this here also. Okay. Let's go to this directory, portable directory. Okay. Now what are they telling us to do? Copy.conf into okay, freshclam conf.sample into freshclam.conf. Okay, let's do this. Then what else? Write.exe, run write.exe, run write.exe. What is that? Yeah, what does it do? Okay. Oh, okay. They're opening the this one. I think here some stupid line is there. Example. This we need to remove. I don't know why they kept that, and God knows. Just they're telling to launch that file in the notepad or writepad. Don't know why they complicated that much. Okay, and example line you have to delete. Now download the signature database. Now we have downloaded the virus scan exes, but a virus scan uses the virus scan database. So what we installed is the virus scan engine, but what are the viruses? It needs to check for some 600,000 viruses or 800,000 viruses, all their details, and what is the checksums for those viruses, and those things, all the details will be there in that database. And every day they will add new viruses they detect. So what we do is, before start of the ClamAV scanning engine, that is what we install in the scan engine. You must first have the ClamAV virus database installed in the appropriate location of your system. The default location is blah 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 blah. C program files ClamAV database. Okay, we don't use that. We will change the property. So let us download the virus scan database. What we did is, so far we installed the virus scan engine. Okay, now we are installing the virus scan database. So that goes into the this C ClamAV portable database folder. So we will change the configuration file to point to this instead of going in, copying into the program files. So the problem with this scan database is too heavy, like 20 or 30 megabytes. And to scan any file, it has to load that 20-30 megabytes into memory and then go through each virus, like 6 million viruses, or their checksums, or they will have some algorithms for each virus. They will have some information, that pattern or something that they look into the file. So let us think, to simplify the thing, each virus is some pattern of text or binary data. So they look for that pattern of binary data in your file. So if you scan one file, it has to load 20 megabytes into memory. Then you're done. Again, if you scan another file, again it has to load. So it has to keep loading and scan it, and then the process will die down. So instead of that, I think Cisco is working on a multi-threaded server. Somewhere, yeah, ClamAV includes a number of utilities. Command line scanner, that's what I explained. Automatic database updater, that means every day you will get the new viruses, so that virus database needs to be updated. And scalable multi-threaded demo, which is really important in a real business, because if you scan one file at a time, and it takes almost 30 to 40 seconds to load that, and then actual scanning only takes 1 or 2 seconds, but loading that into takes maybe 30 seconds or like that. So if each file takes 1 minute to scan, and what if you receive 500 files? So 500 minutes. That is not, it's a viable solution. So I'm assuming this multi-threaded server keeps that database warm. That means loaded into the memory, and you can you can give the location of the file using some REST or whatever interface. Then it should scan that file and give you the result, whether it is good or bad, okay or bad. We will do that. Okay, virus database is done. So downloading is done. So database. So these are the database files, CVD files. Main.cvd is the actual one, and every daily they will update this one. Bytecode is something. Now go to the configuration and change the database location. We don't copy into program files, blah, 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 and all that. And I believe that's what they told. Installation instructions, okay. FreshCam will download some files and drop into a database. Okay. You are now ready to perform scans with ClamAV. Okay. Program files CV database. We don't do that. We will change this location to what we have. We don't want to copy anything anywhere. There is conf file. freshclam.com. Okay, freshclam.com. It should have some database location. Program files. Okay, here, update file, database directory. What we do is we will create real entry. And where is our database? Our database is here. Database is here. We will put that there. It should work. Okay, it should work. Okay, now next, what is the next step? Okay. Okay. Freshclam will download some files and drop them into the database. Okay, this is ready to perform the clam maybe. Okay. And now run this to scan the files in this directory. Okay, I'm in the database directory. So they are asking us to scan the files here. I think somewhere around ls also should work. And clam scan exe dot, that means current directory. That is the command line scanner. Okay, all the files. Let us see how much time it takes. This, okay, this will scan the current directory. At the end of the scan, it will display the summary. If you notice, clam scan output, it only scanned like 30 files, 60 files, even though more files in subdirectories. So if you don't say minus recursive, dash dash recursive, it doesn't go into the child directories. It only scans in the parent directory. Instead of dot, you can give a single file and scan it. Generally, exe files, it will report as a infected because it knows, see, it only started after 30 seconds. That means the first 30 seconds, it used to load those virus scan database files into the memory. So 30-40 seconds going just to load the .av files or .cv files into the memory. So in Gen version, this is very important when you want to upgrade this. What is the newer version? Scanned file 71, infected 0, data scanned at 20 megabytes, data read 18, time 56.50 seconds. Let us scan single file. That also more or less takes the same time. Let us scan a non-exe file. Non-exe file. What is the file here? Readme must be there something. Okay, this file will. Okay, single file we are scanning. This also takes around the same time. 56 files, 71 files took 56 seconds. And even single file also takes more or less same, 52 or 53 seconds. So the maximum time goes to loading the virus scan database, that 6 million, the information about 6 million viruses, the checksums or virus patterns or whatever. Virus is nothing but some pattern. So it will check whether that exists in your file or not. So this one, and also this is meant for the Linux, and they treat the exes, unknown exes, in a very bad way. So they declare as the infected ones. You see, so that's why don't even if you get in Windows, especially when you run this, and if you get not okay information with the DLLs or the exes, don't write your script to delete it or automatically or move it anywhere. So your system may not work. So don't take actions automatically. And so it took almost 48 seconds. 44 seconds for just for one file also. So that's why this multi-threaded server should help in relieving this time lag in loading the antivirus database into the memory. And so every file should take only 1 or 2 seconds to scan. So that should be the real-time, real-world application, business world application. So if it is one-off, say if you receive say 50 files or 20, 100 files a day, then it's okay. But what if you receive 10,000 files a day? Then your application or either file gateway or anything that needs to depend on this multi-threaded server. And I haven't seen this before, but looks like they are having that now. So that's a good thing. Thank you very much, and I hope this helped